Peace, y'all. This is the Anarchist, and welcome back to another Anarchist live broadcast. You feel me? Even though I'm broadcasting this live, you guys can watch this video whenever you want because it is a very important video that I want to get out there. So hopefully you guys share this video, like it, do what you have to do to make sure people see this video. In this video, I titled it New Normal Equals the New World Order. And sorry if I'm talking a little low, but it's very late and I don't want to wake up my queen. But I did want to get this information out. I've been busy today. That's why I'm going really late and also just studying and trying to get this information out there. Anyway, I'm doing a video talking about how our freedoms are completely being taken away from us. And I really don't care how people or what people think about this so-called disease. At this point, I'm straight over it. I'm just giving y'all facts about how they taking away our freedoms straight up, and they're not gonna give them motherfuckers back. All right, once they've been taken. But anyway, I want to play you guys a small video talking about these so-called jab passports. And again, I'm using my words carefully because I'm doing the video on YouTube, not just on Facebook or Twitter, but also to YouTube, which has snatched down 10 of my pages for telling the truth. All right. So I'm going to be saying different words than the words that you know that I want to say, but I can't say because I'll get a strike for medical misinformation for actually telling the truth. But anyway, I'm doing this video to let you guys know that they want to take our freedoms under the guise of protecting us from something that we know we don't need protection from. All right. So without harping on that, so this video doesn't get taken down anywhere, I'm going to play you guys a video talking about these new passports. Because if they told you you have to be monitored and all this other stuff in order to move around the country, you say, no, I don't want to do that. But if they say, oh, we're trying to protect you because they know how to use mind control, they can do that. So I'm going to play this video and we're going to talk about this. This video was a Fox News video. Fuck Fox News. Fuck all the mainstream media. But again, they are the best media outlet to get out the truth, but they be lying sometimes too. So mainstream, of course. But anyway, I want to play this video. They had this woman named Dr. Naomi Wolf on their program, and I was looking for this so I can play it to you on StreamYard, but I think the internet or whatever just try to wipe this video away. Shout out to my sister Aventhia. She still has it up on her Instagram. Go follow Aventhia Isabel on Instagram. But here's the video. Let me play this for you guys. Hold on.
Dr. Naomi Wolf, so excited that you could join us tonight. I'm just going to hand it over to you. What do you make of what we're about to see?
I mean, thank you, Steve. I'm really happy to be here. I am not overstating this. I can't say it forcefully enough. This is literally the end of liberty in the West if this plan unfolds as planned. Vaccine passport sounds like a fine thing if you don't understand what those platforms can do. I'm CEO of a tech company. I understand what this platform does. It's not about the vaccine. It's not about the virus. It's about your data. And once this rolls out, you don't have a choice about being part of the system. What people have to understand is that any other functionality can be loaded onto that platform with no problem at all. And what that means is it can be merged with your PayPal account, with your digital currency. Microsoft is already talking about merging it with payment plans. Your networks can be sucked up. It geolocates you everywhere you go. Your credit history can be included. All of your medical history can be included. This has already happened in Israel. Yeah. And 6 months later, we're hearing from activists that it's a two-tier society and that basically activists are ostracized and surveilled continually. It's the end of civil society, and they're trying to roll it out around the world. And it is absolutely so much more than a vaccine pass. I cannot stress enough that it has the power to turn off your life or to turn on your life, to let you engage in society or be marginalized. And by the way, the last thing I'll say, IBM has a horrible history with Nazi Germany. Its subsidiary created a kind of precursor of this with punch cards that allowed the Nazis to keep lists of, again, a two-tiered society, Aryan and Jew, in such a way that they could round up Jews, round up dissidents, round up opposition leaders very, very quickly. It's catastrophic. It cannot be allowed to continue.
Virus. All right. Okay, so I'm going to play that one more time at the end of this broadcast. But for those just coming in, for those who didn't see that video, there was a Fox. Hold on. There was a Fox News video of a woman named Dr. Naomi Wolf. She talked, and she's the owner of a tech company. She talked about how the rollout of these new shot passports, you know the word looking for, the shot passports are not just for the shot, and they're not about the disease. They're about taking away your freedoms, separating a society from those who can move around, travel, and do things, from a society of the people who cannot do them. And she also brought up the fact that IBM, one of the tech companies that are closely associated with Bill Gates, we won't talk about him too much. Shout out to Adam, shout out to Steven. But IBM is one of those companies that were closely related or connected to the Nazis. Anarchist, what does that have to do with anything? Anarchist, why do you have a fucking big ass book with a swastika on it? Because I was reading this book about which is called Operation Paperclip, the secret intelligent program that brought Nazi scientists to America. And in this book, they talk about how the scientists who were Nazis, some of them who were brought over to America, a lot of them were virologists and working on different shots for people and working on actually developing bioweapons. That's what they were doing. And some of them came over to America to work for America. All right. And it's funny enough, the woman who wrote this book, Annie Jacobson, also has a book on biometrics. Look up the word biometrics. Basically, what that means is surveillance. So all of this stuff is closely connected. IBM and the Nazis. I want to show you that again before I play that video one more time. Hold on. Let me share my screen real quick. This is a article from MSN News, Microsoft News, Bill Gates. It says IBM says its new, you know what, passport is your ticket to normal life. But some see troubles in privacy paradise. Now, again, they soft shoeing it. It's not just about privacy, it's about taking away your rights. That's it. All right. This is Bill Gates' news outlet telling you this. And remember, he's closely connected to IBM. I'm thinking this whole rollout of technology since the 80s, because remember, the first computers that we got a hold of were in like the 70s and 80s. All right. And so-called Bill Gates just stumbled onto the world, got a computer and made a software that every computer just about needed. All right. And then they started rolling out other stuff. They killed, what's his name? The owner of Apple. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know his name. Steve Jobs and them. But anyway, let me read you this article, which is talking about these new passports, which is closely related to the people who created those different passes that the Jews need in Nazi Germany. This is all closely related. So again, the title and that interview that I just played was back in April of this year, 2021. And this article, I think, was put back out on 322. For those who know gematria, 322 is a very significant number. That's the number of Skull and Bones. One of the secret societies, one of these New World Order secret societies, was put out on Skull and Bones Day, 322, March 22nd, 2021. Now, it says in this article, anyone who wants to fly to America, because all you immigrants always talk about, I want to go to America. No, bitch, you don't want to come here. It's just as locked down as your stupid ass country. But it says anyone who wants to fly to America must present evidence that they're negative for you know what. And over 400 million stabbed up people, more 400 million stabbed people against the insidious you know what worldwide. Quote, vaccinations are on the rise, but photos or printouts of these records are easily lost or faked and often illegible. So it's no surprise that the tech companies are jumping to the fray to provide solutions. What is the New World Order's motto? Problem solution. That's how they operate. They give your ass a fucking problem, like, oh, terrorists in the world, and then they give you a solution. Oh, the Patriot Act. We need to listen in on your phone calls. On Thursday, a Qatar Airways flight put digital you know what passports to the test for the first time. The flight leveraged something called the Travel Pass app, which look up New York has already started doing. And you know, New York is the catalyst for what goes on in America, New York and California. The flight leveraged something called the Travel Pass app from the International Air Transport Association, and it's just one solution out there. Among the most hotly anticipated is the Digital Health Pass. Digital Health Pass from IBM. So now you're wondering why this new mRNA cure, so called, is digital. It's a digital substance that's going to create so-called spike proteins in your body. But let's not get on that too much, how dangerous this stuff may be. I'm choosing my words carefully. Y'all know what I want to say. Anticipated this digital health pass from IBM, which will be used by Moderna, which aim to provide organizations with a way to bring people back to shared physical locations safely. From the offices and classrooms to from offices and classrooms to airline flights. So you will not be able to go to the office, classrooms, or get on a plane. While some detractors of the you know what passports say they present unprecedented threats to privacy, security, and freedom. IBM tells GoBank rates that the you know what passport was created with quote privacy as a starting point. Remember when Google used to say, "Don't be evil"? That used to be their motto. Now what? Now Google monitors every single thing you do. That's why you can't say the word bread without seeing a bread ad on your phone next time you go on YouTube. You can have your phone down and you say, you know what? Should I get AT&T or T-Mobile? And both those commercials going to pop up the next time you look at a video or the next time you read a news article. That's how much control these tech companies have. No, we're not trying to steal your privacy. That's a lie. Already doing it. Goes on to say in an exclusive discussion, Anthony Day, blockchain partner, IBM Global Business Services, explains that the IBM Digital Health Pass is designed to support organizations as they began to reopen. Remember, this was back in March this year by enabling individuals to present a verifiable health status to gain access to a public location, such as sports stadiums, airplanes, universities, or workplace. Now, again, really take a look at three or four functions. Sports stadiums, which they used to have the gladiator shit. So we know that's New World Order shit, because who cares about sports? Y'all shouldn't be worrying about no goddamn games at this point. If you look at I can't remember the dude's name. He used to do a lot of good videos about mind control and New World Order, but he talked about back in the 40s and 50s, adults didn't really play sports like that. That was for kids. Now they made these huge, the Olympic games, the sports games. They trying to just distract your dumb ass when you should be sitting in the house studying and researching the fucking New World Order coming to fuck your ass up. No, you worrying about, yeah, the New England Patriots, man, and the fucking Dallas Mavericks and whatever the fuck stupid thing y'all worrying about. That doesn't matter. They're going to have a new season next year, and your stupid ass going to have something else stupid to talk about. Yes, I'm banging on fucking sports because it's fake as hell. All that shit is contrived. From the numbers, go look at Zach Hubbard's information, Gematria Effect Sports. You will see he'll come out and say, hey, these people, based on the date and what they putting out, are going to win by this much. The score is going to be this, that, and the other, and it comes true. So sports stadiums, which is the new Coliseum in sports, how Rome kept they people stupid until they fell. Airplanes, well, you know, that's whatever, but this is really what this is about, these passports. Universities, where they mind control you. I've been to college. It's nothing but a big ass mind control hub. When the new, again, that's all college is for those who've been there. And if you wasn't realizing what was going on, it's like what Kanye West said. He got a song, I think, on one of his college dropout albums or graduation albums. We talk about read this, eat this, look that, see that, and turn around. They done stole your streetness. And what he was saying is, you'll find that if you somebody from the hood like me and you go to school, after about 4 years or however long you've been there, they really take away the essence of who you are. They turn you from who you are to something else. Now you're walking around, hey, y'all okay, guys, now I'm ready to do my interview. And you know what I'm saying? You're on that bullshit instead of just being real, because they teach you how to be something different and they mind control you into whatever it is the agenda is for the day. Now it's the the alphabet shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And I ain't got nothing against the alphabet community, but again, they using y'all for a big ass agenda. And the agenda, simply put, is depopulation. That's what all this stuff is about. It's control, surveillance, and depopulation. That's why they're pushing it. Not because they're pro LGBT or pro anything. They pro non-procreative sex is what they pro, and pro getting rid of people off the planet. So don't think I'm banging on different communities. I really don't give a fuck about what you do, to be totally honest with you. In workplace where they keep people enslaved. Trust me, we all know of all these things. We all know about that. Everybody has to work. And shout out to the people who've learned how to work for themselves, which is what I've been trying to do since I was damn 15 years old, is work for myself. Because my spirit always told me that this is going to come. But let me stop ranting and read the rest of this article. So I'll read that one more time. So they want reopen by enabling individuals to present a verifiable health status to gain access to public location such as sports stadiums, airplane, university, or workplace. All new world order shit. Quote, because the IBM Digital Health Pass is built on blockchain technology, it allows individuals to share their health status through an encrypted digital wallet. Now y'all see why I've been talking about cryptocurrency and how that's a part of the New World Order on their smartphone, which is also part of the New World Order, without the need to share the underlying medical or personal information. That's a lie. Goes on to say, Day says, quote, with blockchain, there is no need to have a central database of healthcare information that could be a target for hackers. Instead, DHP creates a, quote, hash or fingerprint of the data that is captured on the blockchain, thus becoming immutable. The verification process takes place against the hash instead of the medical information protecting privacy. Now, let me debunk that. Again, I've been telling y'all, for those idiots out there who've been saying, oh, we need to go towards digital currency. Cryptocurrency is the new wave. You dumb motherfucker. Again, they put your dumb ass on waves. I've been saying this since I told y'all one of the cryptocurrencies, which I can't think of the name anymore, was controlled by the Rothschilds. Because I got into the shit early too. You know, I like to make money. But when I started researching, I was like, damn, this stuff is controlled. And then I started looking at some of Zach's work, and he was like, yeah, it lines up with gematria. All the days Bitcoin crashes and rises lines up with gematria. So that's how I know this is some bullshit. And then if you just use your common fucking sense, they want you to believe that this stuff has no central banking or whatever the fuck. That is not controlled by one person when it is controlled by a handful of people, because they want you to get into it, think you can make money, get into it, crash the dollar, say, oh, well, hey, dollar crash, we got this new stuff, let's get on that. And then they can, now every single time you spend money, they know exactly what you spend and exactly what you spend it on. It's not like cash, like, oh, what was that? That's guess. No, they'll know exactly what the fuck you spend your money on, exactly how much you can make, and they'll be able to shut you down, just like Dr. Naomi Wolf said with this stuff. If you don't want to do what they say and get what they say to get. Goes on to say, blockchain, otherwise known as DLT or distributed ledger technology, records any event or transaction. Think of these as blocks in an encrypted way, making the information immutable, safe, and verifiable. I don't believe that. I don't believe that this blockchain technology is too fucking new. It is. Let's just be honest. While blockchain is the technology underlying Bitcoin, quote, in parentheses, cryptocurrency, literally encrypted money, couldn't exist without it. The technology has many different applications, particularly in healthcare. So if y'all are really understanding what I'm saying, y'all see how all this stuff really makes sense. The past few years, we've been hearing about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. The past few years, the dollar has been fucking tanking, and all the other money, regular currency has been tanking as digital stuff has been going up. Everybody has a phone now. You've been able to been tracked through your phones. So again, this stuff is scary. This is the new world order. Every time they say new normal, it's the new world order. I just did a video on my Patreon talking about life is never going to be the same again. I want y'all to look this up. if you don't believe me. Once they get done with all these new variants and all this bullshit they doing to you now, they're going to rev up a new disease in 2025 called SPARS. Anarchist, how do you know that? Are you Nostradamus? No, bitch. I do research. And, I did a video on the WHO whistleblower, Astrid Stuckelberger, who brought it up. The fact that they're doing simulations of that event now. They're talking about SPARS as the new virus or disease that's going to come out in the future. But let me stop talking about that. Goes on to say, look that up. Look up SPARS 2025 and also look up Astrid Stuckelberger, the lady who said don't get a PCR test based on if you want to keep your spiritual senses with your pineal gland and all that. But anyway, it goes on to say, so look all this stuff up I'm telling you, but it goes on to say the digital health pass, which is built on IBM's blockchain technology, will allow users to show only encrypted verification of their status without revealing more personal information openly. So maybe not to them, but of course, it's revealing it to some fucking body, which is IBM, which IBM is closely connected to the government, just like Microsoft, Bill Gates, and all that shit, just like Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, and all that shit. All that's related to the government. I have documentaries on Facebook and on not on Facebook, but documentaries about Facebook and how it is connected to the government. All right. The first person to actually invest in Facebook was a man named Peter Thiel, who worked for the government. There was a CIA business, a business that the CIA created, which they funded tech companies. One of the first ones was Google and Facebook. Look that up. In that sense, it aims to help organizations verify health credentials for employees, customers, and travelers based on criteria specified by the organization, such as test results, records, and temperature checks. All right, they're trying to check your temperature. But it goes on to say, Dean Sean Mannion, the chief science officer of Consensus Health, I think that's how you spell that. Consensus. Part of Consensus. One of the world's biggest blockchain companies tells GoBank Rates that if it works as promised, the passport will allow those who have been, and have access to the necessary technology to volunteer and share this information in a hassle-free manner. Don't even want to read this bullshit. It says, quote, it will allow businesses and governments to ask for this information in an effort to minimize public health risks at big venues and small. Mannion says, the use of blockchain allows for some level of privacy in what is shared with the business. Share with the business. An airline, cruise ship, concert venue, or even smaller businesses like restaurants could use this to screen their potential customers. So what this is saying, if you guys aren't following, are you following me, Professor Griff? What this is saying is eventually what they're going to try to get to is your ass, again, it will be people who will have access to the world and people who will not. Those people who won't, those people who refuse to get what the government tells you to get. This can't be any clearer. With passports, many critics are concerned about very real privacy issues around health data. However, a 2020 study from the journal Healthcare found that nearly 160 million people were subject to healthcare data breaches in just the last 5 years. Asked about these concerns, IBM's Day says the company took a privacy-first approach when designing the digital health pass. That's a lie. Quote, for example, once a is administered, this is one of these bitch-ass New World Order globalists, this Day person. For example, once a is administered to an individual, the individual is issued a verifiable health credential that is only included in that individual's encrypted digital wallet on their smartphone. Bitch-ass Day tells Go Banking Rates. Which I need to look up that site. They probably on some bullshit too. Probably like them bullshit ass fact checkers. Quote, let me stop using that voice so you guys can understand this. Quote, individuals control what they share, with whom, and for what purpose. By using Digital Health Pass, this eliminates the need for an airline, hotel, or other hospitality company to access or process personal health data. Again, the data this shit is going to is called the fucking government. You better not ever let that escape your mind. Instead of viewing an individual's personal health records with IBM Digital Health Pass, again, all this stuff is going to IBM, and IBM is friends of these people, or was friends with these people, the Nazis, but the Nazis still exist. It's called America now. The companies would receive a quote green light or red light to verify an individual has provided an authenticated negative test result or you know what record. And again, I need to stress this because some of y'all out there idiots are probably saying, "Well, I don't have to get the you know what anarchist. I could just get the test." That still is not going to work. Or I will say this, man. Just like the whistleblower from the WHO said, you should not quote unquote get that test because it's going to harm you spiritually. It's going to shut down your pineal gland. Do I need to do a video on the pineal gland so you stupid motherfuckers know how important that is? Again, these people not no slow pokes. They knew once they rolled out something this experimental, most people was not going to hop on it unless you was fucking a mind control zombie, which a lot of you people are. But the people who aren't, they weren't going to do that. But again, they made it so everybody can at least take the test. And if the test shut down your spiritual centers, then hey, they done their job. You don't have to go far as to, you know, you can just ostracize yourself from society and eventually die because you can't go to damn grocery stores and get food. But at least you can't escape this matrix by meditation. When you realize you can't focus during meditation because your pineal gland is fucked up from even taking this test. So I feel sorry for those who didn't even realize that that was a thing at first. But my spirit been told me you don't take no test, especially if they got to jab all the way out the your fucking nose. Again, Astrid Stuckelberger, the WHO doctor and whistleblower who said you shouldn't take this test, it's gonna fuck up your pineal gland. She said I just lost my train of thought. She said that you should not have to jab something up your fucking nose to know if you have a disease or not. You should be able to take saliva or blood tests or whatever. But the fact that they have to put that shit up your nose is because they're trying to destroy the pineal gland. That's a fact. And I'm going to keep harping on that because that's important. Day adds that since IBM Digital Health Pass is a platform, it can be integrated into other applications for a smooth user experience while, for example, checking in with an airline or entering a stadium. All right, I'm not about to read this bullshit, to be honest with you. I'm not about to. Should I just read the whole thing? I'll go do it. I'll do it. Let me see. Where am I? Hold on. Where am I? Let me see. It says, quote, in this way, credentials created on one platform will be recognized by another to create a seamless experience for individuals as they seek to travel across borders, he says. Uh, uh, Consensus Health Manian says that there have been a lot of similar efforts, both public and private, towards this type of health surveillance tool. They just gave it to you right there. Toward this type of health surveillance tool. They're surveilling your dumb ass with these digital technologies that they rolling out. Anarchist ain't nothing called the New World Order. You need to stop scaring me, Anarchist, because I'm scared as hell when I listen to you. But I know you just a stupid ass conspiracy theorist. You got all those damn conspiracies in you. Listen, Anarchist. Listen, I know what I'm talking about. Because even though I don't read as much as you, I don't research as much as you, Anarchist. But I watch CNN every day, Anarchist. And I know for a fact, Anarchist, that they're not doing what you saying they doing. You just a liar. You just a fucking straight up liar. Why would CNN lie to me? Why would the government lie to me, Anarchist? You sound stupid as hell. Bitch, you sound stupid. I wish a motherfucker would talk. I'm sorry, y'all, but I talk to these dummies every day. Motherfucker ask me, hey, you getting your jab? No, bitch. You ask me that shit again, I'll jab your dumb ass in the face. I be giving people that work, man, because I'm tired of this shit, man. I'm really almost wanting off this planet, bro. As stupid as people are. They knew this time was the time. Do it now. Push the button now and reset this bitch right now. They knew it because they knew they got y'all right where they want y'all on dumb shit. Y'all, they got y'all on dumb mode. never researching, never reading, just fucking looking at the latest TikTok videos, which them kids are smarter than your dumbass. I'm learning shit from them TikTok kids more than I learned from a 40-year-old to this day. But anyway, it says Consensus Health Minion says that there have been a lot of similar efforts, both public and private, toward this type of health surveillance tool. Quote, some nonprofits like Common Pass, which I've talked about in the past, and Good Health Pass have been started to coordinate results of multiple types of passes from various companies. There is a lot of goodwill, yeah, right, working towards solutions like these, and also a lot of money to be made in this area because all they're trying to do is make money off your dumb ass. In terms of privacy health concerns, Mannion says that these new digital health tools need to have rigorous examinations, and the public needs to see the actual data to determine whether it's safe. Just like they determining whether this fucking jab is safe, and I can show you some VAERS, you know what I'm saying? Some VAERS information that tells y'all thousands of shit that proves otherwise. But anyway, this article goes on to say, quote, there, and of course, remember, it's a Microsoft News article, which is why it's not really telling you the other side good enough. But I'm reading between the lines for you guys. Quote, there is a lot of potential downside to this type of health surveillance technology, even when it is voluntary and has some limited privacy preserving aspects offered by blockchain. Blockchain is necessary but not sufficient to assist with many of the privacy issues involved, Mannion says. Quote, any effectiveness of these tools should be balanced with the significant downsides. This type of health surveillance technology can lead to increasing inequality, discrimination, discrimination, which you know what I'm saying, and restriction on human rights, according to recent studies by health and legal experts. Indeed, according to a recent study by the University of Exeter and the UK Economic and Social Research Council, while digital health passports, also referred to as, quote, immunity passports. And who remembers that one viral video of that they clipped out of a news interview with Bill Gates where he talked about some, oh yeah, well, you know, you need some sort of digital certificate to get people to move around and come around and move here and move there and come around. They literally took that part out, and it was a true secret working behind the scenes that took it and released it to the public. You know, they fired his ass, but I'm glad he did that because it showed you what the agenda was. Just like they took down all those TED Talks of that bitch talking about if you get a specific type of medical treatment, that it would lead to 15% decrease of the population. That's what he said. Damn near verbatim. It says this digital health passport, also referred to as, quote, immunity passports, might contribute to a, quote, swift return to normal life. New normal equals new world order. Don't forget that. They also have associated risks. Most notably, the study points to questions around data privacy and human rights. Quote, given that they use sensitive personal health information, create a new distinction between individuals based on their health status, and can be used to determine the degree to which one may enjoy their rights and freedoms. They telling you the shit. They telling you. Quote, the deployment of digital health passports may interfere with an array of fundamental rights. And remember that bitch ass motherfucker, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he came out and talking about, yo, who cares about freedoms? Nobody cares about freedoms at this moment. It's about safety. It's about public health. Bitch, shut your non-talking ass up. It goes on to say, including the right to privacy. So again, quote, the deployment of digital health passports may interfere with an array of fundamental rights, including the right to privacy, the freedoms of movement and peaceful assembly. Now, you can't join this protest because your ass ain't been jabbed. Get out of here. Beep. Nope. You test red. Get the fuck out of this shit. You can't join this particular function over here because you in the red. Bleep. Again, go back and read fucking Revelations, you stupid fucking Christians. I'm talking about the stupid ones. The stupid ones that been talking for years about the mark of the beast, the mark of the beast. Don't get the mark of the beast. Don't get the mark of the beast. Then you won't be able to do shit. Stupid motherfucker. Therefore, the laws and policies enable the development and deployment of such digital health passports will have to strike a fair balance between the competing values of safeguarding individuals' rights and public health interests. Moderna, damn, it's a long ass fucking article. Moderna, on its part, announced that it is committed to, quote, to working with a coalition of partners to increase education and awareness of the importance of you know what to help defeat you know what. Goes on to say, quote, we look forward to working with IBM to apply digital innovations to build connections between organizations, listen to this, organizations, governments, and individuals. Man, my name is Bill Gates. To instill confidence in blah, 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 you know what's. Michael Maletti, VP Managing Director, North America Commercial Operations of Moderna, said in the above statement. In the meantime, as more and more of us get you know whatted, fucked up, as more of us get you know what, while the world awaits herd immunity, which we already fucking have, we'll need to determine whether we're okay handing over sensitive healthcare information to flight attendants and even the government in exchange for some semblance of the way life was pre you know what. Again, that's how they mind control your dog. I just want to get back to normal. That's all I want to do. Bitch, then take your normalcy back then. Bitch ass motherfucker. You too much of a coward. I think that was the article. So anyway, that was the article, ladies and gentlemen. So sorry for all the cussing. Again, y'all know I get passionate about this stuff, and I wasn't trying to yell and all this other stuff. Adam says, off topic, but here in New Zealand, they've just announced the CBD community case going full lockdown for one case. Will be Australia 2.0 very soon. Yeah, you know how they was messing people up in Australia. So anyway, man, I'm doing this video. Hopefully you guys share it again. I didn't want to make it long because I know the New World Order got y'all attention spans fucked up and you can only look at 30-second videos on TikTok. But again, this is extremely important. So please share this with people who got some semblance of a damn brain anymore and not just sitting around on their fucking hands waiting on the government to tell them what to do next and tell them how to research and tell them how to look up shit. Because again, man, I done brought so much just very pertinent and very eye-opening information just for the fact checkers to be like, that's not true. You got to do this, that, and the other. So again, man, I'm not playing no more, man. If I got to listen, y'all just, again, a significant amount of us need to wake up to the BS. A significant, and also before I leave, let me play this video once again. Based on everything I just read, remember every single thing I just read to y'all. And again, if you need to watch the video over, do so. But now, keep that in mind, what I just read and what I just talked about, and listen to this again. I won't show, I'll just play it to the mic. Listen.
So excited that you could join us tonight. I'm just going to hand it over to you. What do you make of what we're about to see?
I mean, thank you, Steve. I'm really happy to be here. I am not overstating this. I can't say it forcefully enough. This is literally the end of human liberty in the West if this plan unfolds as planned. Vaccine passport sounds like a fine thing if you don't understand what those platforms can do. I'm CEO of a tech company. I understand what this platform does. It's not about the vaccine. It's not about the virus. It's about your data. And once this rolls out, you don't have a choice about being part of the system. What people have to understand is that any other functionality can be loaded onto that platform with no problem at all. And what that means is it can be merged with your PayPal account, with your digital currency. Microsoft is already talking about merging it with payment plans. Your networks can be sucked up. It geolocates you everywhere you go. Your credit history can be included. All of your medical history can be included. This has already happened in Israel. And 6 months later, we're hearing from activists that it's a two-tier society and that basically activists are ostracized and surveilled continually. It's the end of civil society, and they're trying to roll it out around the world. And it is absolutely so much more than a vaccine pass. I cannot stress enough that it has the power to turn off your life or to turn on your life, to let you engage in society or be marginalized. And by the way, the last thing I'll say, IBM has a horrible history with Nazi Germany. Its subsidiary created a kind of precursor of this with punch cards that allowed the Nazis to keep lists of, again, a two-tiered society, Aryan and Jew, in such a way that they could round up Jews, round up dissidents, round up opposition leaders very, very quickly. It's catastrophic. It cannot be allowed to continue.
So there you have it, man. I don't think there's much more I should say on this. I know it's late, so some of y'all got to get to bed so you can get to your new order or jobs in the morning. But man, I want to thank you guys for being with me. Those who have been with me, those who can understand this, those who are actually woke in this society, man, and actually see what's going on. So with that said, man, please get out here and share this information with all your stupid ass family members and your dumb ass friends and even people you don't know. Again, the only family you have is truth seekers. I will say this again: the only family you have is truth seekers. Everybody else is an op, is an enemy. Okay, because they are willing participants in the new world order, which they now phrase the new normal. New normal equals new world order. Remember that. Don't ever forget it. New normal equals new world order. Every time they tell you that, that's what you should be thinking about. Oh, this is now we're going into a world where I can't do what I used to do. I can't go where I used to go unless I take their bullshit medications, unless I follow along with their bullshit agenda, which leads to your demise. Keep in mind, all these New World Order globalists have said at some point they're trying to get rid of you. They're trying to depopulate this earth. They're trying to depopulate this earth and get rid of people like you. And those who stay behind will be their slaves. Klaus Schwab of the WEF told you, look this up. Klaus Schwab of the World Economic Forum told you that in the future, you will own nothing and you will be happy. Told you in the future, you will own nothing and you will be happy. So that's why, crazy folks like Bill Gates is buying up land. He is one of the most foremost landowners here in America. He owns the most agricultural land because after they done injecting you with their digital experimental drugs, they're going to feed you this bullshit just to make you more subservient. Again, they're going to take tests that's going to destroy your spiritual centers. Look that up. Again, I want to repeat this. The WHO whistleblower, so that's somebody who used to work for the WHO, said that if you take these tests, it's specifically going to shut down your third eye, your pineal gland, which they've been doing for years with fluoride in the water. They have been fluoridating your water so you can be stupider and stupider, which is why you can speak regular English and common sense and research and evidence to somebody who's under mind control, and they'd be like, I'm still taking it. I don't care. Let's get back to the new normal. I don't care. That's just a conspiracy. That's what the government said. So again, man, I'm ranting long enough. I don't want to get on here 1 hour because I got to get to bed too. But listen, man, we are in very, very diabolic times. So very, very these times are unprecedented, as they say. So anyway, man, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for being with me. Thank you for researching and doing everything you do. Truth seekers, I love y'all. Stay seeking truth, stay seeking knowledge, and try to wake these idiots up out here. With that said, man, it's your boy, the Anarchist. I'm out of here. Y'all stay safe, spread truth, spread love, and do what you can do. All right, it's the Anarchist. I'm out. Peace.